Hey everyone, this is Trading Tips and Tricks episode 6. Now, I'm going to teach you guys how smalls work and why a lot of them are getting super expensive right now and why I advise waiting if you're trying to buy a small. Basically, if you don't know, the economy is very unstable because it's very inflated right now. So I'm going to grab the 12, I believe, 12 smallest items on Roblox, cost-wise, and we're going to compare them. So usually it would be an egg that's the cheapest, but eggs are being hoarded, so we're taking those out of the question immediately because they're probably going to be snatched up by the hoarder. So remove that. Any more eggs here? No. So now we're down to roughly 8 items. Now let's cover these. These are usually the smallest items. Why has Joyful Bell Helmet gone up despite a failed projection? Now, the reason why this kind of went up is because how inflated the economy is. You used to be able to snag these for like 90, 80 Robux, but of course it keeps increasing, the inflation rate, and it stabilized at about 190, and it still was one of the lowest items on Roblox. So, why is it spiked up to 262 rep and 286 lowest price? Well, there's a simple answer for that. Now, the answer for this is hidden behind what this item is. Now, you look at it, it's a belt helmet. It's a small item, nobody really wants it, and that's why it's super cheap, first of all. Also, you have to count how many there are. Now, when you think about it very closely, this item is only going up due to inflation. Now, what is inflation, you may ask? Inflation is basically when a market gets filled with money and everything skyrockets in result. Now let's compare some of the historically smaller items. Gobble Gobble, one of the historically smallest items on Roblox. I believe I have a cuddly koala still. If I don't, I could look for the trade where I removed it. No, I still have one. Now this is another one. Historically very small, used to be 70 Robux. And it spiked up. This one, don't know why it's so low right now. This one, another historically low item. This was one of the most famous items that you would, not you, but people who sold limiteds, they would buy these and trade these away, like for bigs because they're buying limiteds, or when they sell, they take a bunch of those. Now, this Bolt Biter, despite being one of the cheapest items on Roblox, actually has very little demand. I believe it only gets a couple sales a day, if that, sometimes only one, sometimes it skips a day, like back here, you can see it skips a couple days in a jump. If we go to 30 days, you won't see any jump because it's so inflated, but if you head back over here, you see a couple jumps every once in a while in days, because that's how deflated the economy was compared to now. And deflation is basically a word used in comparison to inflation, which basically means it's less. And this item got really LPP'd there, so that's cool. Anyway, so this item, another one that's decent demand, but very small, and yeah. There's not really much else to say about these except the reason why they're going up basically is due to inflation. And now here's the part where it's actually a tip and trick here. What you want to focus on is, first of all, sorting from price low to high, and you want to look for items that are, first of all, this page is never sorted properly because these sell so fast sometimes that the page doesn't even catch up to it in time, but it still gives you the new price. Basically, you want to look for something that's around the 190s. Right now, when everything is over 200, you might be desperate and want to go for 210 or 220 just to start off your trading or boost it a little bit. But what you really need to do is kind of focus on how, basically this item, for example, is usually a lot lower. Or I can't say this item, but Cuddly Koala, here. This item is always a lot lower than now. And what I'm saying is you should not buy it for this price or any of these prices. Look, even Shaggy's doing 250 right now. And now this is another historically low item that has raised due to inflation, especially around Christmas time. It peaked there and then it stabilized around 150, 160, and it went up after February, and it just keeps like jumping up and down. Now, I would not, oh my god, 970. Told you guys that this thing spikes. This is super high demand. Everybody wants a Shaggy. Or, not everyone, but most of the new players want to buy a Shaggy because they think Shaggy looks like a cool hair. Now, do not buy a Shaggy unless it's under 190, or it is 190, or if you're really desperate, in the 190 range. Now, that's pretty much it. That's the only tip I could really give you regarding smalls. That's it. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.